Oh. Oh. I feel something like tweaking my back. Ow. I'm tipping the wheel. Alrighty, let's get it today. It's gonna be a grind, but gotta get through it. Feeling a bit sore this morning, but looking good, feeling good, ought to be in Hollywood. That's well, my mental coach a few years back, Brian Kane, used to say whenever you're not feeling well, just repeat that over in your head. Looking good, feeling good, ought to be in Hollywood, and just sort of fake it until you until you get the job done. I did that in Q school. My back locked up in the final round of Q school in round one a few years back, and I sorry, not the final round, the first round, and I just kept telling myself, all right, if I can just get through today, you know, the next day will be better, the next day will be better, the next day will be better, and I shot 1 under in the first round, kept myself in the tournament, and then the next day shot 3, the next day shot 5, and then I think the final round I shot 4 or 5 to get through. So looking good, feeling good, ought to be in Hollywood. Let's go have a day.
I think if you hit the mini, because it's just easier to turn it and hold it.
Yeah, the winds are not really helping that much. I mean,
No, it's just off the left. There might be a touch of south in it, but it's like over here. I mean,
How far is the top of that tree?
250 is what I shot it
So
to the top of the tree.
Down. That's the thing. I think it might hit the tree, no?
I feel like we can go over that tree with the mini.
Okay. Yeah, the other thing is just like hitting driver and hitting it just straight through.
Yeah, I mean, because we can play from this rough over here, although it's going to be pretty jumpy.
Where's the pin?
Pin is in the back right, so it's not great for that.
Okay.
Playing next from Scarsdale, New York, please welcome James Nicholas.
Hole number 1, par 5. You want to get off to a good start. The goal there was to hit a high draw around the trees. The wind was off the left. And yeah, the wind, I hit it pretty straight. Wind caught it, pushed it right, straight through the fairway over the bunkers, and that was why we hit driver instead of mini driver. Usually I'll hit mini driver when the wind's off the left, but since I could cover the bunkers with driver, I said, you know what, if I hit it straight, no worries. We'll get over the bunkers and have a look to the green. Didn't have that great of a lie, so I decided to try to hit it in the front to get it up and down.
Where are we trying to hit this?
Front left.
Yeah.
Short left to the green.
Yeah.
Hit in that front middle bunker. Had a great lie in the bunker. Was trying to just land it on the green because I just saw my playing competitor's ball bounce pretty hard and release. Came out, landed really dead, and left myself 12 feet up the hill. Didn't read it correctly and just missed it. Tapped in for my par.
It's either driver or 3-iron. I mean, I'm comfortable hitting 3-iron in the fairway. We're going to have a wedge in, but if you want to have direct driver up there and have 75, 80 yards in, we could take it, just keep it inside that tree line. It's going to move a little bit.
Number 2, again, fighting this little back thing, and I just, my upper body did not continue with that swing. Hooked it in the left trees, ended up finding it under a tree, and was going to play just a nice little punch-out shot to the front of the green. When I hit the shot, the ball just bounced straight up and hit the tree, bounced down into a really tough spot to get up and down. Hit actually a really good shot to 20 feet. Had a 20-footer for par and just missed it. Tapped in for my bogey.
Okay.
Could been worse there.
Yep.
And now, I'm like pretty annoyed, pretty upset after 2 holes, thinking, easy birdie on 1 and then having a chance at, pretty easy hole on 2, making a par. Should be 1 under, or it could be 1 under, and I was 1 over. And I just need to remind myself it's a long day. Just chill out. Let's get back to the process. Hit a great drive on 3 that just missed the fairway. Thought it was going to be on the right side of the fairway, but blew a little bit too far right. Straight into.
The wind won't. Yeah, the wind won't affect the jump quite as much. I'm tempted to go to that one, and then you can kind of not be as, you're not trying to ease off it too much.
Like I actually want to hit I want to hit a little flighted one.
Like a flighted 110 that lands 105.
Hit a flighted 100.
Okay.
It'll fly 115. And
Wind will hit it
to 106. Hit it to 26 feet and hit a good putt in that, that gusty wind. Tapped in for my par, walked down to 4. Number 4, pretty tricky hole. Big dogleg left. Got to hit a great drive, and that's what I did. I hit a great mini driver, high draw around the trees into a perfect spot in the fairway, 121 out. And there's a back left pin. That back side of the green is super firm. So I'm trying to keep this just right at the pin. I'm trying to land at 115. Let's see, straight down wind. It's probably like a 105 shot. Would you agree?
Yes, because even if it lands 113, I think that's fine. It's going to release.
I hit a 56-degree wedge from 121. I thought it was perfect. Landed pin high, and when I got up there, I saw that it was over the green, just in the fringe. Hit a 26-footer, 4 feet by, made that 4-footer for par. I'm just trying to land this 10 short.
Yes.
It's back there great, but it's really middle of the green shot.
Yeah, it's like we're trying to land it here.
5 was a pretty standard 9-iron from 195. Two putt par. Number 6, it's my second par 5, but first after making par on that first one, staying on that tee, I knew we were hoping to have a wedge in there. Since it was into the wind, I wasn't gonna be able to get there in 2. Hit a great drive. In the right rough.
Yeah, just barely.
Okay, this is gonna be a 3-shotter.
Yeah, but with that angle, we can chase something up there if we want to.
Exactly.
3-iron up there, 40 yards short.
Just right, and that's seemed to be a theme for the day, that I was just off the fairway, but a couple steps off the fairway in the rough and hit a great 5-iron up there to 62 yards, and then I was just dead into the fan, going between a 56-degree wedge to keep the flight down or a 60-degree.
That's the 54 front head. I had a 51, 63. That includes like 2 up. So I feel like the pin is 63. Where do you want to land it?
Let me feel this one. 63. I want to land it at 63. If I'm going with this club here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with this.
Okay.
Straight in, a little off the right.
Straight in, a little off the right. I like that number.
Decided to go with the 60-degree and hit an awesome shot, and that was a shot that I was working on with you guys yesterday in the on the range after that practice day. Trying to stay tall, make sure I get ball first. 60-yard shot, hit it to 3 feet, tapped that in for birdie, and that was a big momentum swing for me. Getting back to level par through 6 holes, just a nice feeling for sure going into my final 12 holes. So head to number 7, great tee shot, 3-iron down the middle, one of 4 fairways I hit today. Gave myself a great look, hit it to 20 feet. Just missed it, and then I made a nice comebacker, hit a little bit too hard in the first one, made a
Really
nice
good
4-footer
putt.
for par.
Good stroke, bud.
Number 8 was our first big crosswind of the day. 95, 200. Probably trying to just fly past it.
Yes.
Would you agree with that?
Yes.
So 205 landing. And then it's going to be mostly off the right.
Mostly off the right, a little bit in.
So 205 becomes like a 212 shot.
Yeah, I was in the 210 range.
Decided to go with a 6-iron from 205 and let it just ride the wind. And that wind was strong. It just pushed it way left of the green. Thought I hit a really good chip. It was going to chase up there, but it left it just short, 8 feet short, and had about 3 feet of break on it. Again, hit a good putt. didn't drop, tapped in for my bogey, and yeah, again, after making birdie on 6, I'm like, oh, back to 1 over again. Mine's, racing a little bit, but I did a good job of just coming back to the process, sticking back with it. 9T, horrible tee shot, similar to the one on 2. My upper body just did not get to the ball, left it behind me, hooked it into the trees, ended up finding it, punched it out to 56 yards from the green. And walking up to that ball, actually in a good mindset. I'm like, okay, no problem. We'll get this up and down. I hit another beauty from 56 yards to 2 feet, tap that in for par. So huge momentum saver on number 9 there. Instead of going into the back 9 at 2 over with back-to-back bogeys, I make a par on 9. Feel like I just saved a shot. Get to number 10, I'm feeling good. Got a little pep in my step.
So it's 250 to the bunker there.
Yeah. What do you? I like hitting 3 iron. Have a finish on that guy standing out there in the middle fairway, but
Okay, great.
I like that. It gives us a good number. Nice solid wedge from there.
It gets past that tree on the left.
We get past that tree on the left.
It doesn't get through the fairway.
Doesn't get through the fairway on that guy.
I didn't play a practice round on this 9, and that tree on the left is massive. And I guess it smacked the tree and bounced into a terrible lie in the rough. And I hit an unbelievable shot actually from 130 just to get that ball on the green, 33 feet from the hole. So that was a really good shot. And then 2-putted that for par. Number 11, again, trying to just reset after all these holes. I feel like I'm just scrambling all day.
Feels like it's kind of straight off the right. Like
The line is like splitting the trees, like the left center of the trees?
Yeah, splitting the trees. Probably it's right up the walking path because the wind's going to move in.
And I get to number 11, hit a great mini driver. I'm like, okay, let's go. Hit a great mini driver down there. I think it's in the middle of the fairway. And it was down off the right, the wind, and my ball went 340 yards with a mini driver. Again, I don't know how that happens. Into the rough on a downslope to a pin that's all down grain running away from me. Hit a little 60 degree from 65 yards, landed in a great spot, but had no chance. Rolled all the way back to the edge of the green, 45 feet from the hole. And at 45 feet, you're not trying to make that. So it was a really good lag putt up there, tap in for par. When I look at Brian, like we're handcuffing ourselves. Like all day, I felt like I was hitting decent shots that were either just off the fairway or in a spot where if I had just laid further back or hit it further, it would have been better off. And then 12 was the best shot of the day. Flagged it from 189 yards, 7 iron, landed past the pin and went up against the collar of the first cut and the green. So I felt like, again, this is just what I was feeling out there, that I hit a great golf shot and it went up against the collar. Instead of having a 12-footer for birdie with a clean look, I'm like guessing if this thing's gonna come out dead or hot in that little ridge, against that collar there. So just didn't really get any momentum. But then 13 comes along, just again trying to reset, and I hit a perfect tee shot on 13. Perfect 3 iron from 239 into the wind to 16 feet, and just misread that putt, tapped in for birdie, and back to even par. I'm like, okay.
Good for.
5 holes left. Let's get on a roll here. Key turning point in this round for me. I had 188 yards, and I was between 8 iron and 9 iron.
Gotta be this. We're trying to land 85, you said?
We were trying to land that. We didn't quite get there. We're trying to land this 83.
So we're trying to hit this like 60.
65, 60, like that hard 65 and get 10 of help or 15.
It's not 8.
I mean, you got to get 15 of help. 65 and 15 is 80. I mean, 80 is fine. Pin is...
Cover the bunker.
Basically
front edge.
Front edge, 3 on. It's called 3 on, which is 74.
This is the button.
So I decided to go with the 9 iron because I'd rather be a little bit short than long. Hit it, it's up in the air, and I'm just like, oh boy, that's going forever. It landed 198 and then bounced over the back of the green with a 9 iron. I usually hit it like 160. So that just tells you how windy it was out there. Hit a chip that I thought was pretty good, rolled out to 7 feet, completely misread the putt, tapped in for bogey. Another birdie followed by bogey. Again, it's not ideal, but get back to the process. Number 15, hit a good drive, just bounced off, landed in the fairway, bounced in the rough. Had I won't say I had no shot. I had a shot, but I hit it a little bit too hard, bounced over the back of the green, scrambling for par again. And this one, I actually got up and down. I made a great 4-footer for par, a little bit left to right. So
good putt.
Feeling good, right? I'm just like battling this entire round. Number 16,
Perfect drive down the middle of the fairway. Have a 9-iron from 148, hit a low hook 9-iron against the wind to 15 feet. Get up there, and I've got a 15-footer downhill side hill with about 2 feet break, and just didn't hit it hard enough. Tapped in for my par, moved on to 17.
I mean, this tune.
No, I don't want to hit mini and then have it be into the wind and then be here.
Yeah, because that 278 number is basically 270. 298 is 277, but mini won't go 277 into this breeze.
Unless I hit a draw.
Unless you hit a draw.
But I can hit like a little,
Like a holding, like a spinning cut.
17, I tried to hit a cut against the wind and then have it just land in that fairway, but I overdid it. Hit it in the right trees, but I got a pretty lucky break. We're out of position. We'll just get back in position. So are you okay with 110? Jumping to 125.
110 jumping to 125. The wind won't hit it very much. Lands 120 and then kind of rolls up that hill.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. I had 134 yards. The pin, decided to hit a 56-degree wedge, expecting it to jump, and I'd rather be a little bit short than long. Did not jump at all, and I was left with a 75-footer. And this was one of the hardest putts. It probably is the hardest putt on the property. It's up like a 3-tier green. Moving to the right with the wind humming off the right, and just hit a great putt. Hit to 6 feet, and that was one of the best putts of the day. Had a 6-footer for par, and this was a big momentum putt for me. I knew that if this went in, I'd feel really good going to number 18. But can't get ahead of yourself. Gotta just focus on the process. It was a left edge putt. Stroked it, went right in the center, and that was a really good putt. That felt great to head to 18, being only one over par when the last couple holes I'm like scrambling, just battling to stay there. 18, hit a drive, just leaked to the right with the wind. Again, it was my best drive with the wind off the left. When the wind was off the left, I hit those hooks because I was like scared to lose it to the right, and I just left my upper body a little bit late, hit the toe and hooked it left. But on 18, I just kept that speed up, hits the cart path, and then goes past the trees.
279 front.
279 front.
We can hit it as much as up to 100, which would be 179, and then uphill.
Sure we get over this tree.
Yes, I was on 8 or 9 iron. I don't know. Wait.
Or go around the tree.
Or go around it. I just don't know if we can hook it out of that lie.
I just want to make sure that I'm not hitting a club that's going to go right in the middle of the bunker.
So let's say we're 279. That means it's 179 to this guy here. If it's going to jump, we probably should hit the 9.
Yeah, so I had a pretty good layup there. Just got to hit it over that big tree, short of the bunker. Decided to pull 9-iron, hit it perfectly, jumped, did everything I wanted to. Didn't get to the fairway.
I have 119 before we adjust.
Yeah, so that was just kind of the story of the day, where I was just off the fairway, and you lose a lot of control. You lose control of the spin, you lose control of the flight, lose control about how the wind's going to hit it.
Up 8 feels like a lot from this short a distance.
Okay, and then the wind is slightly helping.
Yes.
So 146, trying to land it probably in this frontier.
Yeah, and let it roll into the middle tier.
So that's minus 9, so
5, 10,
137. 137 becomes, who's going to jump?
130-ish.
So 120, so it's 122.
You got full 15 jump on that? Yeah, you play for.
So 122, and then if there's any help. And I had a 146-yard shot. Decided to hit a 50-degree, try to land in that frontier and let it bounce up, and I executed it perfectly. It came out how I wanted. Left myself 12 feet for birdie. Really wanted to make that one, but that doesn't make you make the putt. So I ended up hitting it 4.5, 5 feet by. And now my mind kind of goes from, I'm going to make birdie and shoot even par to, oh my gosh, don't miss this and shoot 2 over. But I committed to my line, just outside right, stroked it, great putt, right in the center.
Good putt.
I would have been upset if I missed that.
Yes.
Good par in the last, 1 over par, especially with all the back issues and whatnot. Solid day. It was playing tough out there. I'll be right in the middle of the pack. Nothing too bad. Nothing I can't come back from. So I'll low round tomorrow, moving up a ways on the leaderboard. It's supposed to be even windier tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to a pretty tough test of golf tomorrow.
Here's another one for you.
We'll
show you guys how I input my stats from today's round. Before I do it and show you guys the results, guess in the comments what my strokes gained was compared to PGA Tour. For my tee shots, my approach shots, around the green, meaning chipping, and then putting. You watched the round, so you saw how that went. So take a guess on where I stand. So now I'm going on the Decade app, and what I do, put these glasses on so I can show you how I input them. I put the hole par, yardage, what I made on the hole, then what I hit off the tee, my first putt length, second putt length, and third putt if I had a third putt length. So I'm going through right now, I'm on hole 13, had a 16-footer, which I didn't make, so tapped in. Then I had a 7-footer on the next, which I did not make. A 4-footer, which I made on the next. 15-footer, which I did not make. 75-footer, which was a great 2-putt. And then a 12-footer. So once all those first putts are inputted, then I will go in here, press save. And then now it takes me to this screen where I need to show them where I actually hit the ball. So for instance, on hole number 1, go to hole view, I hit it 244 yards from the pin. So I hit it right about here. I ran into the green, I hit it in this bunker. This pin was back right. And then I hit it long by 8 inches. So I'll go through this the entire round, and then it'll spit out my strokes gained data, which I'll show you guys here in a second. So then I finalize, and let's see who was right with my strokes gained. So strokes gained with a 73, I lost 0.8 shots off the tee. I gained 1.8 approach. I lost 0.02 around the green, so pretty much nothing. And then I lost 2 strokes putting. So I lost a stroke off the tee, 2 strokes putting, and gained basically 2 shots between approach and pretty much approach. So that's going to net around -1, which is what I thought. I shot one over, 7,400 yard course. This doesn't take into account conditions. It was blowing 30 out there. So again, my numbers would look a little bit different based on that. But it averages out over the course of the year because I do play some days where it's like, super easy out there. And then I'll just go into this and look, and you can look in here. So like that 2 putt on 17 from 75 feet, I gained 3/10 of a shot, which was awesome. And then on 18, I lost 3/10 of a shot from that birdie putt that I missed. Missed one on 14, 7-footer. Yeah, the 7-footer for par on 14 loses you just over half a shot. And then other than that, the putt on 1. So between those two there, that's almost a shot. And yeah, I lost 2 strokes. So, I mean, yeah, that's how I do my stats. And other than that, we're going to put our pins in later, but now I really don't have anything to do. So maybe watch some PGA, chill, Normatec. And yeah, we'll actually show you the Normatechs. I got a new Normatec. They sent me the new version of it, which is pretty cool. So we'll show you guys that. But other than that, not much more to it. All right, Normatec. Well, shout out Hyper Ice. They sent me the Normatec 3. A little upgrade from my last one, but 60 minutes, full strength, legs, start. And what it does is it pumps these things up with air, and it'll get tighter from legs all the way up to thighs and pump the lactic acid out. That way you recover quicker and you feel light and ready to go. So I'm going to sit here and watch some Netflix and just do nothing for the next couple hours until dinner. Have some dinner, mark up some golf balls, mark the pins, and then go to sleep, get some physio in the morning, and go have a good round tomorrow. I'm just going to send it. Yeah. It is Friday, morning around 2. What do we do this morning? Whole bunch of nothing. Sat in the bed, did some normal texts, marked up some balls. But yeah, we're gonna head to the course, get some physio done, and then get a warm up in and go play some golf. It's gonna be really windy today. Goals for today. Yesterday I was scared to make mistakes. I feel like I was a little bit too cautious in a lot of swings. Again, you can't be afraid to make mistakes out here. This is not amateur golf anymore. This is pro golf. Everybody in this tour, everybody that's playing this week is extremely talented. And if you go out there and you guide shots or you play timid, you're not going to end up playing well. I'd rather go out there and shoot 90, trying to execute each shot the way I want to, than shoot 72 and still not even play the weekend, but play safe and just get it around and not take risks. So the mantra for today is to commit to every shot and be okay with consequences, not consequences, but be okay with the outcome, whatever that might be. And that's something that I'm going to try to keep reminding myself when I'm out on the course. See my target, make a plan, and just execute it. And then whatever happens, happens. For good, for bad, whatever it might be. So yeah, let's get to the course. Let's get a good frame of mind, and let's go today.
Next to play from Scarsdale, New York. Say hello to James Nicholas.
Started with driver number 10, hit a really good drive. Thought the wind was going to take it over to the left a little bit more. It didn't, took a couple bounces and then bounced right behind this tree. So the one thing going high is I don't know if it's going to stop. This launching pad is going to shoot it straight up, so I have to go with this flow.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do it with a 56 and just let it go up? Yes, because that's what you got.
Which left me a really tricky shot. Mm-hmm. I couldn't go at the pin. I needed to land it in the rough since the ground is super, super firm. Hit a really good 56-degree wedge that bounced just on the edge and rolled out to about 25 feet. Had a really good look down the hill here for birdie. Went by a little bit further than I wanted to. Have about 3 feet left for par. Rolled it right in the center. Good start. On to number 11. Another drivable hole with this wind pumping straight down off the right. Decided to pull driver yesterday. I hit a mini driver. Came up a little short, so I wanted to try to get this ball all the way to the green. Thought the wind was going to take it a little bit more left, and it clipped the left side of the tree and bounced dead right behind the tree. Took out an 8-iron, just tried to punch it up there in that little gap in the green. Bounced a little bit too far and left myself a really tricky chip. The grain was straight sideways, which is a really interesting lie. You don't really know how it's going to come out, usually with no spin. So hit a 60-degree wedge, opened up the face, just chopped at it, rolled out to 5 feet, made that putt for par. Big momentum save there, through 2 holes, even par, when I didn't really get anything out of those 2 good drives. Number 12, hit the same club as yesterday, 7-iron. Thought I flagged it again, but it went over the pin to 52 feet. And pretty similar situation. Left that putt 12 feet short. Sneaky tough read. It was straight up the hill, but looked downhill from where I was. But if you look at it from the side, you can really see that it was uphill the whole way. And yeah, really big momentum putt here. Really need to knock this one in. Just left of the hole, rolled it, and made it right in the center. That was a big save, 12-footer. Not great odds there on those 12-footers. So going into 13, I knew I had a par 5. I played it really, really well yesterday. The wind's off the left on this tee shot, which is a really uncomfortable win for me.
Good job, James.
But my philosophy yesterday, I noticed that when I just try to hit these hard, they usually tend to turn out pretty well. So ripped it, nice tight draw down the middle of the fairway, left me 272 in.
I don't think we're gaining that much at either.
Does it get over the creek?
Yes, I mean the creek is still 31 short of that 243, so it was a 211. We were hitting that mini 260 on the range.
For the ball?
Yeah.
I pulled hybrid and tried to hit a low hook to keep it out of the wind and get as much out of it as I could. And this thing was an absolute beauty. Low draw, straight at the middle of the green, landed on, rolled up to about 25 feet for eagle. Hit it 5 feet by, left myself a little knee knocker, which I was able to drop right in the center for birdie. 1 under through 4 holes, playing really nicely. Again, could have been a lot better, but we'll take it. Pretty good start to the round. Number 14, playing 200 yards today. Really tricky shot. Yesterday I hit it over the back of the green, decided to pull the same club, 9-iron. Thought I flagged it straight at the pin. Landed just short and bounced up to about 25 feet. This putt was super fast, straight downwind. Thought it was going to be ultra quick, even though it was uphill, and left it 4 feet short. Missed that one, bogey. How'd that happen? Felt like it was just happening to me all week, right? I'm looking at a birdie putt, and I got too cute. I got tentative. I was thinking about not making mistakes rather than actually hitting a good shot. I was worried about the comeback or hitting it too hard. Got to do better in those moments going forward and really focus on what I'm trying to do. 15, really tough hole, straight away. Wind is pumping down off the right. Need to hit the left side of the fairway to hold this fairway, and I hit an absolute bomb straight down the middle of the fairway. Left me 83 yards in, played it about 70 yards, little 6-degree wedge. This is the shot that I was working on in that practice round with you guys, and practice after that practice round as well. Staying tall, really just trying to get the ball first here, and hit a really nice 1 to 5 feet. Nice little left to right air, left edge, rolled it right in the center. Nice bounce back birdie to get myself back to 1 under right on the cut line.
Really good.
I wasn't thinking much about the cut all day, but it is in the back of your mind. You know what it's going to be, but the goal is always just to try to do the best you can. We get to number 16, hit it a little bit left, and I got my first good break of the whole tournament, it feels like. Hit off a tree, went in the middle of the fairway, left myself 172 in. Pulled 7-iron into out of the left wind and hit a little knockdown hook in there to 24 feet. Made a really good roll at it, but just missed it just to the right. Tapped in for par. Moving on to 17.
Good par.
17 is one of the trickiest tee shots of the round. It's a 310 max.
Yes, 310 max. If it happens to go through on the left side, that's okay to that right pin.
If you hit it too far right, it'll bounce straight through the fairway into the water. So you got to really take a lot off this tee shot, and that's why I went with a big cut here. Nice cut, round the corner, landed on the left side of the fairway, and just bounced left into the rough. 143 left for my second shot. Decided to pull a pitching wedge, knowing that it might most likely come up a little bit short, but I'd much rather be short here than long to this pin. So hit it, didn't jump like we thought, left myself 24 feet up the hill, and left it 4 feet short again. Just didn't get the ball to the hole in this front 9, but was able to make that putt. Really good stroke there to keep the momentum going into 18.
Grinding.
18, pushed the drive a little bit to the right. Took a couple bounces over the cart path behind these trees. Looking at this lie, we were going through our options. So our option number 1, chipping out there. Option number 2, just really trying to hook something hard, and if it goes in that bunker, fine, but I got to get, look at the lie.
Yeah.
Brian and I were either going to chip out sideways, which would leave us about 270 yards to the pin, or try to hit a hook 8 or 7-iron around this tree. But the lie wasn't great, so we chose the 8-iron, and honestly, probably hit a little bit of hosel here. It came out dead right and went even further right when I was trying to hit a massive 50-yard hook. So turned out okay. We still had a shot to the green. I just had to hit a high pitching wedge from 142 over this tree.
If it doesn't jump, it gets to that 25 like
fine.
front.
So I gotta get up in the air. So it's gonna get hit by whatever wind's up there. So I gotta hit straight up in the air.
Yep.
So that's where I'm like, I think this is gonna be, this pitching wedge is going to come up short.
But you got to get it over this tree.
And I can get 9 over the tree, but I'd rather be short than long.
Yes.
So if it comes up short, I'm pitching right up the hill, that's fine. And that was one of my best shots of the day. Left myself 30 feet for par. Sorry, left 30 feet for birdie, which I ended up 2-putting for par. Move on to the front 9, shooting 1 under in the back was a pretty solid score. Knew I was right on the cut line there at even par. Good front 9 here, we're playing the weekend.
Really good 5.
Okay, thanks.
Really good 5.
Number 1, yesterday, if you guys remember, I hit it just straight over the bunkers. Wind was pumping off the left, so it's really tough to draw a driver enough.
I like hitting Mini at the left edge of that right bunker and trying to draw it.
Okay. I mean,
I think we can get over that. We get over that tree. We get over that tree.
okay. Decided to go with mini driver here and hit a nice high bomb mini driver that I was hooking. Then the wind started taking it to the right, and I was like, oh boy, that looks like it's going towards the bunker. Ends up falling in the bunker, and as we're walking up, this ball is just absolutely plugged, completely toast. Kind of took all my energy not to get upset. I grabbed my 60 degree, hacked it out, had 208 for my third shot now. I think I'm hitting like a low hook 7. It doesn't get past the pin.
Doesn't get past the pin, and 7's been going like 95, 200 when you hook it.
Not what I was expecting going to this hole, but sometimes things don't go as planned. Hit a 7 iron that got hit by the wind, ended up being about 25 yards short of the green. Again, this is the shot I was working on. Nice light hand, stayed tall. Hit a pitch shot up there to about 8 feet. Had an 8-footer, half a ball outside right. Stroked it, and with about 2 feet left, the wind picked up and gusted, pushed the ball from mid-center right to left edge, and I lipped out. Again, nothing I can do there. That's something that I can't control. The wind just gusted, and I didn't play for it. So
let's battle back now.
Stick with the plan. Let's hit ball in the fairway.
Pretty frustrating bogey on number 1. Did everything in my power to try to reset, refocus for number 2. Decided to go 4 off the tee, try to keep the ball in the fairway, and we misjudged that number as well. It went straight through the fairway into the bunker, into the middle of the bunker on the grass, which was completely buried. And I had no shot other than try to bounce something up through the front left of the green, which I did beautifully. Took a 50-degree wedge, hacked down on it, landed in the center of the fairway, bounced up, and then rolled to the back of the green, left myself 52 feet for a birdie. Really tricky putt, right to left the whole way, wind gusting in 2, but straight downhill. Really tricky to get the speed right. Thought I did a pretty good job, left myself 6 feet up the hill, straight up the hill, and the putt went left at the start, never came back to the right, and horseshoe lipped out. And that was a big, really deflating after bogeying 1 and 2, now knowing that I need to make a couple birdies coming in. But again, reset, went to Brian.
Let's go.
Was like,
Thanks,
hey,
let's go.
Let's go. We still got this. Let's just make a good pass at this one here. And, we got plenty of holes left. Didn't hit this tee shot how I wanted to. I was trying to play a nice little fade up the middle to get it into the right center, and I caught it off the toe. First real bad tee shot of the day. Ended up right behind the tree.
Right here, right.
Had to punch it out, try to get to the right side of the green to give myself a good look at up and down. Hit a little 8 iron that bounced a little bit too far, just off the green, pretty much right where I was trying to hit it. And then hit a 60-degree wedge that I was trying to get to the top of that hill there and let it just trickle down. Needed about 1 or 2 more feet to have a really good shot there. Left myself 15 feet in a really dicey putt that I didn't make. Now we're sitting at 3 bogeys in a row. Mine's spinning a little bit. I decided to go stand in the shade and just be with my thoughts for a couple seconds there, take a deep breath, and just reset. I knew I had 6 holes left to go, and I needed to make a little bit of a move. Proud of the way that I was able to pick myself up after those 3 bogeys. It's not fun making 3 bogeys, as you guys might know, and especially not fun when it's your job. And this is, you put a lot of time and effort into practicing and being prepared for these events. Tried to play it right at the screen with the wind and with the slope. Thought I was going to hook in there, and just stayed way out to the right. Missed the green by about 10 yards with a 56-degree wedge, but hit a really nice chip here. It rolled out 5 feet, 6 feet from the pin, a little bit further than I wanted, but it was not easy, and I was able to roll this one right in the center, which was a great par save here. Hole number 5 was playing 177 straight downwind today.
Trying to land this. Probably 6 short.
6 short, that's what I have, yeah.
So it's
Which is probably
straight downwind.
50 shot. Lands 70.
Yeah.
Decided to hit a pitching wedge. Hit a perfect pitching wedge, nice and high, floating towards the pin. Ends up checking up a little bit. Left myself 27 feet for birdie. Starting to get that pressure, starting to feel like I need to start doing something. And I did everything in my power to get it to the hole. I just left it a couple feet short, tapped in for my par, moved on
Good
to
putt.
number 6. Pushed my drive here on 6, just in the right rough. But drew a really nice line. I was able to hit hybrid up there to 85 yards short of the green. decided to play this shot with a 52-degree wedge instead of a 56, which I would normally hit, because the wind was super in tune as a back pin. Caught it a little bit thin, so I didn't get that extra yards I needed to. Left myself 23 feet short of the pin, and finally hit an awesome putt right in the center. Gave myself a little bit of momentum. Nice birdie. Back to 2 over for the tournament. Knew I need 2 more birdies coming on the stretch with a couple good holes coming up. So we're still in it. We still got a chance here. Number 7 was almost drivable today, being down 35 miles an hour wind. We decided to go driver and just hit a nice high bomb. We said the wind was going to push it a little bit right to left, and it didn't. Ended up just bouncing under the tree just right at the green. As I get up to my ball, we noticed that the ball's on some sort of like mud patch sitting all the way down at the base. And I thought that it was in play really, really firm. So I took a big swing at it and tried to get my leading edge down. Ended up hitting a little bit of the mud, and it went about 15 feet. I was not expecting to have to be grinding for a par after driving greenside. So took a big deep breath, reset, said, okay, hey, let's try to make this chip or get it close. Then we can always birdie the last 2. And then made this nice 5-footer for par. Going to number 8, got to birdie the last 2 holes to make the cut.
221.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the wind? Slightly into, but most left to right.
Yes.
So 210, 213.
Mm-hmm.
Hit a 5-iron from 221. Nice holding cut. Then gets tossed to the left in this 30-mile-an-hour wind. Left myself about 33 feet for birdie. Must make here. Left everything short all day. Wanted to give it a little bit of extra juice just to get it there. And I just hit it through the break. That was one of the things I let the last couple holes, or my last round, this round, just get to me. Change the way I was going to hit that putt. And I hit it straight through the break. Missed the 6-footer, tapped in for bogey. Went to number 9, not with much chance to make a cut. But still, again, I want to do the best I can and hit an absolute perfect drive on number 9. Wind was off the left, hit a tight draw down the middle, 142 left. Then hit a nice 9-iron to about 12 feet. Was really feeling good over this putt, little left to right. And yeah, not my week this week. Just missed that putt. Tapped in for my par to shoot 3 over, missed the cut by a few. And yeah, not the round that I was looking for today, but thought that I did a lot of really good things out there. Dang it, dude.
Yeah, we got more for you.
That sucks. Parking lot.
Hey, see James.
Cut by 1, missed cut by 2.
The entire season I missed cut by 1 or 2 every single tournament that I've missed. I feel like I played so well the first 9 holes. Kept my composure the whole way around. What'd you say?
Yeah, we got nothing. We got nothing for it.
Well, I mean, I was 1 under par. That's decent in this wind. It's blowing 35.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. And then just to get to 1, it's so deflating. It's getting up to that bunker shot. I'm like, okay, it's in the bunker.
It's in the bunker.
Not ideal, but I can still hit it to the front edge of the green. But then on top of that, just compound the error. We wanted to rather be short than long. We ended up short, but that pitch shot thought was good.
And
Putt was perfect, and then the wind just gusted and blew it out. And then on 2,
I just should have given you 5
I was
iron.
it's 250 to the bunker on the left. And then I'm it's between 5 and 4. It should have been between 5 and 6.
5 and 6. I mean, if it's 4, I gotta say we're trying to go around that bunker and chase it all the way down the hill because that's where it goes.
Exactly. It's
it's got to be way right.
I'm aiming. I'm okay. All I gotta do is keep it within the bunker and the right edge of the fairway, which it was. And it's okay. Well, it landed in the bunker in the rough.
Yeah.
And then that's it. I need to get more balls up and down. Well, we got Knoxville next week, so let's get after it. Try to keep learning. That's it.
Yeah, and you have to remember, this tour and every tour is about your good weeks. I know we want to make cuts and we got to do it, but our good weeks are going to always be really good.
Yeah.
And so Like that's where you're going to make your hay.
It's just
I know,
frustrating.
it's frustrating
right?
because we know if we make a cut, we can make a run on the weekend.
It's so frustrating because I feel like I played well. I mean, my back was in shambles, and I was able to grind through that. And I was so pumped with how I drove the ball today. Like in the past, like I told myself today, I want to be committed to every single shot and not be scared to make a mistake. And I wasn't. I was not once
No, you
scared
didn't
to
make
make a
any
mistake.
of those like the soft weak
Not
swings.
a single one. Yesterday I had a bunch,
Yeah.
but today was like I was fully committed to every shot. I executed like the way I wanted to. It didn't pan out, and that's, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's get it next week, huh? Gosh. But yeah, I mean, you said it. Yeah, I didn't know if I was gonna play golf this week, so I thought it's hard. It's a hard sport. And it's hard when you do this for a living, and it's your job, and you feel like it's your entire life. But it's not. It's just golf. I get to come out here and play golf and have people watch me. There's 50 people at a minimum at all times on our group today because of Harry, which was really cool just to play. And all those people would trade places with you in a second. So to have that perspective, I think, is everything. I'm going to let myself obviously be mad for 10 minutes and then move on. And it's like, it's golf. It's not life. It's not everything. But yeah, I wish I had a couple of those shots back. I wish I didn't get plugged in the lip of the bunker on one, the easiest on the course. I wish this, but whatever. All I can do is control what I can control, and so I'm going to control my mindset and move on and get ready for next week. You got a lot of events left in the season, so just keep building. Lots of positives to build from. I really turned it around 180 in my driving from yesterday. It was in a lot of fairways, which is great. And yeah, we'll work on the flat stick. Hit a lot of great putts and go in. I didn't read these greens particularly well, so get back to work. And yeah, appreciate you guys following along. Yeah, one more note. If you guys are enjoying the video, honestly, if you go and you like the video, you subscribe to the channel, it really helps. We make these videos just to show you guys what it looks like to be a pro golfer inside the Korn Ferry Tour. So if you can, please do that. If not, whatever. Don't worry about it. Keep watching. Hope you guys enjoy it.